Welcome to C++ with Miyoshi. I want to show you a different way to have a bunch of projects in one solution and one repository. So we're going to use Visual Studio and GitHub. So we're going to create a new project and we're going to use a C++ console application. And I'll just do next. And of course, you can do that here. You can change this to be whatever language you want, but we're going to use C++ console application. We'll do next. And I'm going to call this CPP console apps. Okay, so it's going to hold many applications, or not apps, let's do projects. Okay, so it's going to have several projects, and then I'll just do create. And it's going to have several projects in one solution. Now, I showed you a different time how what we would do is, I could open the source file, remove the source file, right click, and remove the source file, and then you can just keep using the same project. I showed you that in a different video, right? I can do remove and remove, and then we can then have add a new one and keep doing that, right? But in this case, instead of doing that, what I'm going to do, I'll bring that back in. Instead of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this works right. I'll put in return 0, just like I always like to do. I'll hit OK. And I'll run it, and there's hello world. Hey, nice, great. And normally I would go ahead and put in some comments /*. I put my name. I would put my purpose, pseudocode, so I could type, maintenance log, and then I would put the date, 29, and this started project. One solution, something like that. And then I would just save this guy out and I'd be done, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I want to have more than one project in the solution. So I'm just going to go up here to solution, right click on solution, add new project. So what I'm going to do is add new project. Again, I'll just do a console application. And I'll call this, I'll call this goodbye world. It's going to live in the same directory. And instead of hello world, I'll put goodbye. Okay. And I'll go ahead and get rid of that stuff. And maybe I'll go ahead and even grab this stuff and copy it over. And then I'll just leave it like that. That'll be good enough. Hello world, goodbye world. I'll run this guy just to make sure. And look, lo and behold, it says hello world still. Wait a minute, didn't I just make it say goodbye world? Oops, I forgot this. Forgot to return 0. But still, shouldn't it have done goodbye world? Because that was the one I just made. Well, if you look over here in the solution, you see this bolded CPV projects, console projects, and you see this unbolded. Well, the one that's bolded is the one that's going to get run. So if I right click on goodbye world and go to set as startup project, now, and I hit run, ta-da, goodbye world, just like it should be. And no matter how many I want to do, I can make another solution. Let's make another one. Add new project, not new solution, new project. And this was going to be something, I don't know, something else. And I'll go create. I think I just highlighted this. I'll paste that in there again. I'll get rid of this again. Oops. I'll put my turn 0, and let's put something else. Okay, now again, I'll run this guy and oh, goodbye world again. Oh no, what'd I do? Well, I forgot to right click this guy, set a starter project, and now if I run it, it should say something else. And it does. Again, right click on the product you want, make it the startup project, run it, and it is what's gonna happen, okay? So you can only have one project running this way, but that's okay because that's what we want. We only want one product that we're to work on at a time. And you can use these triangles to make the ones bigger and small, you know, see more, see less. Anything you can do in a project, you can do in this project. We just have 1, 2, 3 projects in one solution. And there's probably some upper limit how many projects you can do in a solution, but we're just gonna say, hey, do as many as you can in there as you want, as many as you want, and then make a new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to Git. So I'll make a new Git, and then I'll go to Team Explorer up here, and I'm gonna publish this to GitHub. And I'm already signed in. If I wasn't, I'd get that sign in message and all that good stuff. I'll make a private repository, I'll publish. And hopefully it will go to GitHub. And you can go ahead, I already have GitHub opened over here. And I've got my repositories open. And is it done? It looks like it's done. So I should now have a new repository. Oh, there it is. C console, C++ console products. And look, it's got the 3 new projects inside my one solution. Okay, so that is a wonderful thing. Now, again, one last thing I'll mention is, let's do a printf here. And just put some output. It doesn't really matter what. And I'll hit OK. I run that thing. Oops, the wrong one is the proper solution. So this one is something else. So I'll make something else my right click, make something else my starter project. Run that baby. And there it is. Something else. How are you? And there we have it. Now, I'm going to go back to Team Explorer and I will go to sync. Oops, not sync yet. Don't sync. I didn't really want to sync, but it looks like it's going to do it. I really wanted to go to change because I want to talk about my changes. So add a new line of output to something else. Okay, I'll commit my changes. And it looks like it's all ready to go. I can hit the sync here, or I can click over here, go to sync. And it's got one push ready to go. I'll push. Now, when you push something, after you sync, after you commit, push, commit, sync, push, then what you want to do is go back to your GitHub repository and look to make sure that it actually is there. And notice there's my printf. And then we know we're happy. Everything's good. Everything's hunky-dory. So again, Solution Explorer, I have one solution in Visual Studio. I have several projects, and I have one GitHub repository. And it's all done all through Visual Studio, nice and slick. So hopefully that helps you out. And we'll see you next time on C++ with Miyoshi.